Very much for choosing to stay with us now. When music lovers and critics learned about the Graeme Watkins Project over 2 years ago, the question on everyone's mind was, are they just another electro rock band succumbing to a trend instead of breaking boundaries? When their debut album titled Corridors of the Mind dropped, however, it proved that the four-member band means business, and their creativity, lyrical strength, musicality and swagger, swagger and rock go together, earned them a huge following. The band, or project as they call themselves, has just dropped their second album. It's called Soldier On, and Graeme joins me now to talk about it. Graeme, good morning, welcome.
Morning, how are you?
Like, you know, when you talk about a band with swagger, I mean, that's really what you've done over the last 2 years. Over the last years, I mean, when you dropped that first album, a lot of people, there were some catchy beats there. But then the question is, will this band be able to stay around long enough for people to kind of see what they can do?
Yeah, absolutely. That was our biggest sort of challenge in a way, you know, trying to get the momentum that the second album had and trying to sort of follow that up with sort of a marked improvement was really a challenge for us. And I think the second album shows a high level of maturity in terms of where we are. When we wrote the first album, we were still getting to know each other as a band and as people, you know. And now that we've had the privilege of touring with each other all around the world, we have now developed and honed a sound and written an album that is tailor-made to what we enjoy playing and what our fans enjoy listening to.
Talk to me about the lyrical difference, because Corridors of the Mind speaks to something very, very distinct. And then the second album is called Soldier On.
Yeah.
What's happened in between?
I just think, you know, the first one was sort of very eclectic. There were lots of messages and each song had its own soul and body. But with this one we sort of wanted to have a through line and a structure and a sort of a theme, if you like, you know. And a Soldier On is the idea of overcoming you know, sort of difficulties, you know, the likes of Fight When You're Young, Soldier On, Overcome, Stand You By Myself. These are all sort of moments that are sort of personified through the music in a way, you know, and people can relate to it, which I'm very proud of. Very cool.
So the first album, when you put that out, you guys didn't understand how big it was going to be.
We had no idea.
Or the units it was going to sell.
Yeah.
With all of that, the success of the first album, how difficult was it actually to get rid of the clutter, to go into studio and say, listen guys, yeah, everybody knows us, there's pressure now to bring out a quality album that surpasses the first one. Was there pressure?
There was absolute pressure. You know, we were very fortunate, and we are very fortunate. Reino, the guitarist, has a studio called Figure of Eight Studios, which we have the luxury of using, and he also produced the album as well. And he's got an incredibly good idea of how something should sound in terms of structure and stuff like that. So he really knows when to declutter and when to add. And all of us in our own rights, you know, have our respective musical influences that we share and sort of hybridize in a way. So the pressure was there, but I think we had the luxury of time as well. We had 2 years to write it, obviously touring in between that, yeah. But yeah, we took a bit of time.
You make it sound like for 2 years you guys were playing around. In actual fact, you guys have been incredibly busy over the last 2 years. You just came out of LA, you just did Blondie's song, Johnny Depp is putting an option out on it. Yeah. There's just so much stuff going on. Talk to me about the other things that's been happening while the album was a work in progress.
Yeah, man. Well, obviously, you know, we did a sort of a small tour of LA and New York City, where we got to meet some incredibly amazing people. We had the opportunity to perform for the likes of Seymour Stein, who discovered Madonna. We Foster People, Fun, Katy Perry, Pink, Lady Gaga, to name a few. All of their management and all of their people got an opportunity to see us. We played for them. I think we did an incredible job of representing our country. I think SA music has really become something that the rest of the world are suddenly taking a part of it. And I'm talking all genres, from urban to Afrikaans to sort of English. So it is incredibly vibrant, and we got an opportunity to go and experience that. We recorded some of our tracks over there as well, Fight When You're Young, with a guy called Jeff Blue, who actually discovered Linkin Park. So we had an opportunity to work with this guy.
So you had access to some music royalty?
Yeah, man, it was just incredible. You know, when we were actually recording, Rihanna's band was recording practicing next door for her latest tour that she was sort of going. So she was in and out there as well. So it was, I mean, we were starstruck in so many ways, but on a huge platform. And you realize the scale at which they produce their music and how small our industry actually is. So we're thinking global, not local, but at the same time remembering where we come from.
Sure. Very quickly, Soldier On. If I'm going to pop it into my CD player, play it on my device, whatever, what am I going to experience?
You're going to go through a beautiful sonic journey that is storytelling, as well as it's just well assembled music that is good for listening and good for partying at the same time. You can pop it in your car, you can pop it in your hi-fi, have friends around, have a drink. We're very proud of it and hope it does well. Thank you very much.
Graeme, we've got a performance coming from you. Thank you very much for joining me and talking to us. That's Graeme Watkins of the Graeme Watkins Project speaking to us about their sophomore album called Soldier On. Stay with us to hear more from the band. Let us know what you think. I saw that reality show, by the way, that you guys featured in LA. Morning Live at SABC.